Have you ever watched a flick that leaves you questioning reality? Like it bends your mind and has you thinking about it days later? Well, today we're talking about time travel titles that do just that. These aren't just any flicks. They've got twists, turns, and endings you won't see coming. Grab your popcorn because we're in for a wild ride through time. First up, let's talk about Predestination. A title that plays with time in ways that will have your brain doing somersaults. Set in a world where time travel is a reality, we follow a time-traveling agent on a mission to stop a notorious criminal. But what unfolds is a twisted and intricate loop of events that will leave you on the edge of your seat. The beauty of this film lies in its cleverly crafted plot and the way it plays with time in ways that will blow your mind. The twist? I won't give it away, but let's just say it's the kind that will have you rewatching the flick as soon as the credits roll. You'll find yourself picking up on subtle clues and hints that you may have missed the first time around. Have you ever wished you could go back in time and change things? Maybe fix a mistake or make a different choice? Well, in the flick The Butterfly Effect, that's exactly what Ashton Kutcher's character Evan sets out to do. Evan discovers that by reading his childhood journals, he can alter the past and create a better future. Sounds like a dream come true, right? But be careful what you wish for, because every change he makes has a ripple effect on his present and future. What starts as an innocent attempt to fix his life quickly spirals into chaos. The Butterfly Effect shows us that even small changes can have big consequences. And as Evan delves deeper into his past, he realizes that the consequences are far more dangerous than he could have ever imagined. Next, we have Looper, a flick that takes the concept of time travel to a whole new level. In this world, hitmen are sent back in time to eliminate targets from the future, and things get even more complicated when our protagonist Joe, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is assigned to kill him out himself. As he races against the clock, the stakes get higher and the twists and turns will leave you guessing until the very end. But it's not just a battle between two versions of the same man. It's a battle of wills. As Joe grapples with the consequences of his actions and comes to a shocking realization about his future. Donnie Darko. Now that's a title that just messes with your head, doesn't it? With its mix of coming-of-age themes, psychological thrills, and time loops, this movie is not your average flick. It's an experience that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about reality and time. Donnie, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, is a troubled teenager who starts seeing a mysterious figure in a rabbit suit. This figure, who he names Frank, tells him that the world will end in 28 days. What follows is a dark, twisted journey as Donnie tries to understand the meaning of Frank's message. Is it all just in his head? Or is there something more sinister at play? Is it all just a dream? Or is there a deeper meaning to the events in Donnie's life? One thing's for sure, this movie will have you questioning your own perception of reality. And speaking of mind-bending, let's talk about Primer. This low-budget title is all about two engineers who accidentally invent a time machine. But instead of flashy effects, the flick focuses on the real, gritty consequences of time travel. It's so grounded in reality that it makes you think, if time travel existed, would it really be as glamorous as we imagine? The plot starts simple, but as they become more and more obsessed with altering their own fate, the consequences of their actions become increasingly complex and dangerous. As the characters use the machine more and more, the timelines get tangled, and you'll need a flowchart to keep up. But that's what makes it so captivating. It feels real. Of course, we can't forget Tenet. Christopher Nolan strikes again with a title that plays with the concept of time in ways we've never seen before. It's not just about going backward. There's a whole new layer of complexity with the concept of time inversion. Every scene in this flick feels like a puzzle, and while you're putting the pieces together, you're also swept up in some of the most visually stunning action sequences ever. And just when you think you figured it out, Nolan pulls the rug from under you. Then there's 12 Monkeys. Bruce Willis stars as a man sent back in time to prevent a global pandemic. But things go wrong. Real wrong. And he starts questioning his own sanity. As the clock ticks away, Cole must unravel the mystery behind the global pandemic and the group known as the 12 Monkeys. This flick masterfully blends sci-fi with mystery, and the twist will have you rethinking everything you thought you knew about the story. It's a title that stays with you long after the screen fades to black. One that flew under the radar but deserves more attention is Time Crimes. It's a Spanish flick where a man accidentally stumbles into a time loop and finds himself in a web of confusion, deception, and danger. What's genius about time crimes is how the story slowly builds up tension. With every step you get closer to understanding what's happening, but the closer you get, the more complicated it becomes. It's a slow burn, but the payoff is well worth it. Another personal favorite has to be Edge of Tomorrow. Tom Cruise plays a soldier stuck in a time loop, living the same day over and over again. Each time he dies, he wakes up to the same battle, and with each reset, he gets stronger, faster, and closer to defeating an alien invasion. It's a flick that's action-packed but also smart. And the chemistry between Cruise and Emily Blunt keeps the tension high, while the time loop gives the story that unpredictable edge. And for those who love a touch of romance with their time travel, About Time is a must-watch. It's not just about bending time, it's about cherishing the moments we have. The main character learns that while he can travel back to fix his mistakes, it's the present that truly matters. This flick will tug at your heartstrings and leave you appreciating every moment of your own life. So, there you have it. Time travel flicks that will absolutely mess with your head in the best possible way. Each of these titles brings something unique to the table, whether it's a twist you didn't see coming, or a storyline that makes you rethink the rules of time itself. What would you do if you could go back? Would you change things, or leave them as they are? With that said, thanks for watching.